my next anime review, I'm doing New Panty and Stockings with Garterbelt. This anime is done by Studio Trigger, and it is rated TVMA. Now, for anyone who does not know about Panty and Stockings, the original series was done by Studio Gainax, and it originally came out in the early 2000s or mid 2000s. Anyway, it's been over a decade since the first season came out from Gainax. And for whatever reason, Gainax just did not do anything with it, even though with them having that really terrible cliffhanger at the end of the season. Well, now we have a new Panty and Stockings by Studio Trigger. A couple of things that people were rightfully worried about: is the series going to go as crazy or as absurd as the original, with it being nowadays? And with all 13 episodes all out, I can safely say Studio Trigger did not hold back here. In fact, I think they went a little further than the original series did. If you're going into this thinking this series is supposed to be serious, or if you're going to try to take Panty and Stocking seriously, you're not going to like this series. This series is over the top, crude. It does not care what you think about it. It is absolutely absurd, and that's what the fans of the series like about this series. That's what fans like about this series so much, is it's got a likable cast of characters, which every character in this series is just terrible. And that also includes the two main characters, Panty and Stocking. These two, I can't quite describe on how terrible these two are. I mean, you've got Brief over in the corner fanning and trying to get Panty's favor while she just treats him terrible all the time. The writing in this series has always been hit or miss for me. Most of it has been really good. The comedy, especially in the first season, was excellent. It got quite a bit of laughs out of me, and the art style that this series has is very reminiscent of something like the original Powerpuff Girls. Not the new garbage ones, but Studio Gainax made something special with the original. Studio Trigger definitely delivered. Although I will say, is this series better than the original? No. There are several jokes that just did not quite land with me. That would be just a personal gripe of mine. Some of those jokes may make someone else laugh, but I digress. This show is still very good. It is definitely going to appeal and make the fans of the original Panty and Stockings very happy. They did not tone down anything. Just like I stated before, they even kind of go further with a few things. 13th episode I thought was just perfect for this season. With a show like Panty and Stockings, you don't want to go overboard with the amount of episodes, because then a series like this can and will feel like it's overstaying its welcome. And with the variation of the different episodes and themes within each episode that they do, heck, they do an entire episode story that is in a homage to The Thing in Alien that I got a kick out of. I found that whole episode absolutely hilarious. And then you have other episodes that try a bit too hard, in my opinion. I can't quite remember what was it? Oh yeah, the episode where the characters Polyurethane and Polyester first got introduced. I kind of felt like that whole episode was rather corny in the opposite way, and I just did not really care for their humor in that episode all that much. And those two characters, honestly, I found them to be okay. In the large scheme of things, they're just kind of forgettable, if I'm gonna be honest. Another new character that was introduced, Gunsmith Bitch, I found her to be far more entertaining than the Angel brothers were. She had some great one-liners. Every time that Panty and Stockings had to get some extra armament from her, I always found it hilarious that she constantly finding ways to get paid. So that whole comedy bit I found really funny. And then, of course, you got returning characters, Knee Socks and Scanty. I thought the whole interactions between Panty and Stockings and Knee Sock and Scanty, I thought those interactions were some of the funniest in the show. Of course, they are constantly throwing insults at one another, and I found it hilarious that they got that Knee Socks and Scanty wound up becoming Panty and Stockings' personal maids. I found that portion absolutely hilarious. And of course, Garterbelt has absolute hilarious one-liners as usual. And then of course, Anarchy and Stocking and Anarchy Panty, or just Panty and Stocking for short. They have absolutely some hilarious interactions with each other. And the one character that I felt could get really annoying was Brief. Oh, this character, I don't outright hate this character, but a lot of the season, I just found him to be really annoying this season. When I did not get that, when he wasn't that way from the first season. I do think Trigger went a little overboard with him, and I do think they went a little way too crazy with him, and that causes him to be really annoying. The pacing for this series as well is, I thought the pacing was really good. Since each episode is divided up into like 2 or 3 smaller stories within an episode, I thought the pacing for every episode was really good. The animation as well is fantastic, and the art style is as memorable as the first season. The music as well, I thought, was very good. I would say it's on par with the original's OST. And one thing I will say I've never cared about in either series are the openings. I did not care for the opening in this season, and same with the ending, and that's one thing I was kind of hoping they would have improved upon from the first season, but that is one of the negatives and problems that I do have with this season. And despite some of the comedy not being as good as the first season, some of the characters going overboard with, mainly Brief, and some of the new characters like Polyurethane and Poly whatever. Those two, their additions are fine, but the rest of the cast is just as memorable as the first season. I'm really glad that they kept the same format from the first season. They could have gone with a more linear storyline, but I'm glad that they kept with this style of storytelling. It was bombastic. Got a ton of laughs out of me, and Studio Trigger definitely got really creative with some of the episodes in this season. And oh boy, if you're someone who does not like crude humor all that much, I would definitely advise not watching Panty and Stockings, because this is just not your kind of show. Panty and Stockings in general is not for everyone. It is definitely an acquired taste, and it's better that way. It's nice to get shows like Panty and Stockings, or something more wholesome like My Dress Up Darling, or something like K-On! It's nice to get this variety of shows in anime, because you're always going to find something to enjoy within the anime sphere. And for me, Panty and Stocking definitely hit that more niche for me that I was looking for when I went into the show. I've got to say, I'm not going to spoil anything about the ending, but oh boy, that ending is downright absurd, crazy, and I'm all here for it. They have announced that they are coming out with another season of Panty and Stockings, which I'm very much looking forward to. And for my score for the new Panty and Stockings with Garterbelt is a very solid 8 out of 10. Yeah, that's all my thoughts on the new panty and stockings with Garterbelt. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think of the show, and let me know what you think of the review. And please don't forget to leave a like down below. That definitely helps with the channel. Despite some flaws that I have with the show, the new panty and stockings was very enjoyable, and in my honest opinion, it was a worthy follow-up to a crazy and absurd anime back in the day. And I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. This has been Ryder. I'm out.